Hey YouTube, welcome back to the past My Forex Funds challenge live with me. So this is the week 4, and in this week I'm going to show you my results. But first I have a good news to tell you, all of you. So as you know that I'm doing right now the 10k challenge and the 20k challenge, and I tried it differently. So I decided to stop it. I decided to trade only GBP JPY on both accounts because I noticed how when I trade on the 10k account is more like positive. I make more profit quickly than when I trade on the 20k account when I trade GBP and Euro USD. I took so many losses on Euro USD. I was like down like 2% overall, but on GBP JPY most of my trade around 80% to 90% were positive. So I decided to only focus on GBP JPY on the 20k too. So guys, the good news is we passed the first one of the 20k challenge. So we reached the first one, and I'm going to do a breakdown right now. So let's do it. Okay guys, so this is the first trade that I took right here during week 4, and as you can see on GBP JPY 15-minute time frame, I just took the screenshot on the 15-minute, but I didn't take the trade based on the 15-minute. I took it based on the 1 hour time frame. But as you can see right here, I closed my trade right here where you can see the red line, because I noticed that price was coming when it broke about this level after ranging. We had this massive push to the upside, and then you can see that to the left side we have the resistance area. So price started to range around this area, and I didn't like how it was moving. I saw that there was low volume, price was losing momentum, and when there's no volume, I don't want to be in a trade. I don't want to get involved in any trade, because the fact that I've been in so many trades in the past, and I had my TP set, had my stop loss set, and I noticed that whenever there was no volume, I was positive. I was like optimistic for the price to continue to go eat my take profit. And then down the line, I noticed that take profits are only hypothetical. A trade doesn't need to reach a take profit. You put the take profit because you think that it's a zone that may potentially get hit, but it doesn't mean that you will get hit every time that you take a trade. So you need to know how to manage a trade. And 2022, like through this year, I learned how to manage my trades, and I learned how to take the same kind of trade, so the same setup almost most of the time, because I trade different setups, but it's almost the same setup, the same way to approach it. So everything is the same. So when I notice something is off, I just get out of the trade. So as you can see here, close the trade right here, and yeah, that was a good one. And then the next trade right here, I took a sell right here. My entry was right here, but you can see that we had a pull back, and then retested the trend line and also the key level, and we have this bearish momentum. That's so beautiful to see, because I didn't have a good entry, but I had a good stop loss. That's my thing. If you see my setups, you may notice that most of my trades are like just the stop loss. You may think that it's big, but for me, knowing GBP JPY and knowing that this space is so volatile, I prefer to be protected, to put my stop loss at a level where I feel comfortable. If the price hit my stop loss, there may be a high probability that price continue to go into the other direction. I don't want price to come hit my stop loss and have to enter again, but by the time I take the trade, price already hit my TP, because it's so volatile. So sometimes you can get stopped at like this one here, this high, and phew, you see. So to avoid that, I prefer to leave some caution for my stop loss so we can breathe, and this is a perfect example. So I closed this trade right here because I noticed that when there is a big push happening on GBP JPY, this kind of move, like big move, after like dropping for like a while, price gonna reverse. If you know GBP is been known for being impulsive, so this pair doesn't retest a lot, doesn't do a lot of breakout and retest, but every time that this pair continue to be like this kind of move. You're gonna continue, and then you're gonna see this depletion right here. As you can see, price, you can see that it's losing volume. But when I saw that price come here, drop here, and the body of the candle closed right here, and then the following candle just closed right here, not below the tail of the candle, I just got out because I don't know, this pair can be scary sometimes, but I took my profits. I was good, price dropped nicely, and that was a good profit. So guys, next trade, I lost this one right here. This was a good trade. This was a breakout and retest type of trade, followed by a bullish engulfing as a confirmation above the key level on the 4 hour here. But it's alright, lost the trade, and I took another trade right here. As soon as I took the trade right here, yes, you can see that I didn't have a good entry, but because I had another markup, this blue line that you see right here wasn't there, so I did it like the day after when I was still in the trade. So based on my markup from the day after, I thought it was a good entry. But the day after that, when I did the new markup, because I analyze my chart almost every single day because I want to approach the chart with a new day. So my way of thinking is different. So every day is just different way to analyze the market. The way that you were seeing the market yesterday may not be the same way you're going to see the market tomorrow. So that's what I did. But I was still in profit, and I scaled in right here, as you can see, and I took another scaling right here when I see price closing here above this 15-minute level. So I was hoping price continue to go reach maybe this high or maybe this one right here, but it's all right because I closed the trade manually as I saw price reversing. Because according to me, according to the way I trade, according to my data that I have, when I see this kind of setup, I don't look for price to reverse like this bearish engulfing. When I start automatically, I close this scaling and this one too. So this was a minor loss, this was a break even, and this was a profit. So overall, I didn't lose any money on this trade, but I won money. Next trade, that was a beautiful sell also on GBP, JPY. Beautiful sell. As you can see, price nicely dropped into my take profit. That was like almost a 1 to 3. That was a good trade, and yeah, I followed my plan. Just I stayed like disciplined. I wanted to take a buy, but I noticed that there was like a key level right here on the 1 hour time frame. So I was hoping for price to reject this area and break below this trend line like that with massive bearish candle like this one. And yeah, you can see volume continue down, like continue to go down right here. Price reached right here, but it's all right. Price reached my TP right here, and I was good. And next trade, that's how I think that was the last trade I took to pass the first one on the 20k. As you can see, I had a trade right here, opened that, and I had a scaling right here, and I end up closing both position right here when you can see the red line. So that was a good trade overall. Good trade. I reached the target, so I automatically closed the trade manually. And now I'm going to show you my dashboard, guys. So this is the dashboard on the 20k. As you can see, the 8% is reached. I'm going to update you about the phase 2 in the next video, so make sure to leave a comment